Whahay! It's NAWA! Yes, it is. And, I haven't always enjoyed NAWA out of the Carolinas. This is 374, episode 374, EP 374. And, longest running episodic TV programme in the Carolinas area, you see. And I haven't always liked it, but recently I've kind of been pulled into the family feel. It's a family affair. And I've been talking also, I've been enjoying it and talking also to some of the wrestlers. So I will be probably doing interviews with them in the new year. That will be a lot of fun. It will be fun. I'm sure it will. And getting to know them, getting to know all about them. Well, only what's appropriate and only what they want to disclose. I mean, I think that was the first lyric, actually, from that song, but they had to stop it because it didn't really scan. Anyway, enough of that sort of verbiage. This is the new episode. And Zay Vega, who is delighted to have Gina back in his possession. I mean, he was always the champion. It's just that the Allen brothers nicked the belts, didn't they? And he got a bit of attitude about it. Last week we saw that he was going to fight Boogie Wright. He was very excited. You're going to fight Boogie Wright as Guy tonight, told us. And here they are. This is the best match. I think there's 3 matches in this. Or the two matches, I think. Or the 2 or the 3. 2. Looking at my notes there, you see, making sure I get the whole thing sorted. This is the best of the 2, to be honest. It's Michael Elliott and Curtis Robertson, the throwback. And we've got Boogie Wright offering his hand. And Zay Vega not really shaking his hand. He then hits a drop kick, but Wright's back with a tornado arm drag. Drop kick of his own. Zay Vega has to bail at that point. But then guillotines Wright on the top rope and immediately pulls him back into a backcracker, which is just, or backbreaker should I say, which is just blooming lovely. Now, Wright really sells when he's thrown into the corner. He really launches himself into it, And then there's sort of a code breaker from Boogie, called well by Michael Elliott, off the second rope, I think, into a backcracker, actually. No, that's not right, actually. He runs into a forearm, that's right, because he's too excited from Vega for a 2 count. There's a period where he's out of the ring, and he gets in about 9.5. And Vega, just clearing the throat, clearing the pipes, bit of congestion today. Vega seems happy to take a count-out win, which you wouldn't expect, would you? I thought he was a fighting champion. But anyway, maybe this is a change in feeling for the gentleman. Maybe. Now, you get a springboard off the second rope from Boogie, and he's caught by Vega into a backcracker for another long 2 count. He's then quite foggy. Boogie's foggy. Boogie is foggy. And he walks into a super kick and a sling blade. And then there's a drop kick from Boogie. Kicks are traded. He then goes up to the top and waits for absolutely ages. And you think, he's going to get thrown off the top here. No, he's hit a really good swanton. Really nice, actually. Really lovely. 2 count for that. Vega's back with a kick to the back of the neck. Nasty. Off the springboard attempt from Boogie. I'm showing you the springboard attempt there. Ow! You see? There you go. And then Vega puts the sleeper on him. And we get the 3 arm drop. 1, 2, 3. The Hogan style. And then Wright seems to hulk up a bit, funnily enough. But Vega catches him off the springboard again for another sleeper. And the ref calls for the bell immediately. I would have thought he might have wanted to see whether or not that was going to work. But no, calls it immediately. Maybe there's a 2 sleeper rule in NAWA and I didn't know. But I'll tell you what, Vega has the attitude now. And it's working for him. That was a blooming good match. Now, Guy tonight has George South in there and calls him. He says they call him the greatest Carolinas champion of all time. Well, he is the only Carolinas champion. So, I don't know if we can really say it's all time yet, Guy. But I take your point. He is the champion, and he's facing Dante Khalifa. Now, You know, I'm not a great fan of George South. He's done it all, really, on the independent scene, and with some big wrestling companies too, or bigger wrestling promotions. And I just don't think that you get a really wild, exciting wrestling match with him. That's the thing, but he can work the crowd. Dante Khalifa is a younger dude, less seasoned dude, should I say, and probably will have more high-flying stuff, so that should work. Spoiler alert, it doesn't quite. It's a shame, really, but you've got George South going for a wrist lock, which is the way he likes to do these matches now. And apparently, according to Curtis, he's defended this title since he won it. Well, that's the analysis. That's the analysis. I think he just tripped over his words a bit, really. But Dante Khalifa misses a leap in the corner, and George South gets back to the wrist lock. Quite a lot of wrist locking here. Then there's some more work, and back again to the wrist lock. You're going to have to like wrist locks if you really want. And he does know the difference between a wrist lock and a wristwatch. Clearly he does. But there's a lot of it, you see. There's Khalifa punches. He then falls to a shoulder tackle, takes a hip toss reversal, and then a slam, which is nice, actually. Nice butterfly suplex from South as well. He can do it, you know. And then back to the armbar and the wrist lock. I'm not really sure. But Khalifa's back with a sweet super kick for a 2 count to a headlock. A very loose headlock. I mean, you could probably get another hand in there, to be honest. Yeah. Then you get a sleeper. And there's a back suplex from George South out of it. Then another headlock from Dante Khalifa. It is loose. It's like a lightly tied cravat, to be honest. There's a lot of that late on in this match. He uses the ropes with it, which the crowd don't like, which is great. And South comes through with a flying forearm for the pin. Crowd like it. They work the crowd. It's an old style match. It's good wrestling entertainment. It's just not for me. But that first match really was. And NWA, and AWA, should I say, certainly is. More and more every week. Ta-ta.